Does anyone have Brandon's
Hi. We're live.
Oh, never mind.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the show, guys.
Yes. Welcome to ZealZaddy. I'm Scott Coventry, the DM and Storyteller here. And this is Elixia, Season 2, Episode 12, The Safe Space. Which is sort of a reference to last week's game. It was which I thought was the funniest comment I think I've ever heard, which was, the safe space is as near to the hag as you could get. Like, I'll remember that one forever, probably. It's such a good, weird line to hear in a game. This is a D&D 5e campaign in a homebrew world. The players are in a safe space that they think is unsafe, or an unsafe space that they think is safe. I'm not sure which yet. We'll find out soon enough. You can follow us everywhere at / or at ZealZaddy. That would be our Linktree, Discord, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon. I think that's it for the moment. Although there is a website coming, just haven't got it ready yet. On Thursday, we have a one-shot called Gods of Creation. This was part of our 2,000 followers giveaway, our push to 2,000 on Twitter. And we gave away one seat to a game where you would get to play with 4 publishers of a lot of D&D content. Those include D&D Elise, who's just got a ton of amazing content on DM's Guild. Jess Penley, who's one half of Underground Oracle Publishing. They've got a ton of stuff on Drive-Thru and on their Patreon. They have an amazing Patreon, by the way. Cryptrite, who has work on Drive-Thru, but he's worked on a lot of projects that are not necessarily his own, as a writer, editor, etc. And then Star Shinobi, who has her first 2 big products out now that she participated in. One of them is Villagers, like villagers and villains mixed. It's a terrific piece. It's like big bad evil guys hidden in plain sight.
Oh, that's cool.
And Disaster Hamsters, which is an adventure for those who wish to play as hamsters, and it's super fun. That's going to be Thursday on this channel at 8:30 Eastern time. So we hope to see you there. And we still have 3 other things that we're giving away, though. We have some dice, the Chroma Jester dice by Only Crits, a weird stem kit. It's these things for connecting spaghetti into, like, structures. It's so cool. I'm a nerd, so I see that stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, somebody else will like that. Of course, nobody ever likes that stuff because I think I'm the only science nerd out there. and then a gift card to either DM's Guild or Drive Through, your choice. So go to our Twitter. You'll find those down in my posts. Somewhere down there you'll find them. And each one has their own thing. You go in and you like it, share it to two people, retweet it, and maybe you'll win. Who knows? That'll be called when we get to 2,000 followers. We're right about 1,900 right now. I think we're a few down. But interestingly, we're also just a few down on Twitch from 200 followers. We are 4 away. So if any of you are new tonight, give us a follow. We'd love to hit that 200 mark during the game. That'd be awesome to see. I'm probably not going to pay a whole lot of attention, but afterwards, I will definitely shout out anybody who gets us over that line. I think that'd be cool to get to.
If we hit 200 followers, I'll do the thriller.
I've already seen you do the thriller. So I don't even get anything out of it. But yes, that would be awesome. I would love you to do it. Speaking of, let's bring everybody on because I'm way more boring than they are, and they always have cool things to say. All right. So we are short. We are one person down tonight. Brandon he got called into work, and it's his birthday.
Yeah, he's turning 13 today.
Yeah,
13-ish.
Big boy is growing up.
Yep, 13-ish.
Big ol' 1-3. Look at that. Look at that baby face right there.
The big 13. The big.
Yep.
That's an important birthday, though.
It is.
Brandon's our cleric. He plays Morcant, just BT-dubs.
He's also not actually 13.
No.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah.
Although in the opening video, he looks like he's about 9, so...
He's just very
that's
youthful,
the photo he gave me.
Yeah.
He is. All right, why don't we go around the table, let everybody say hi and introduce yourselves, your characters, anything else you're doing. Let's start with Dillon tonight, who's now got a new background of bright trees, beautiful, like those trees in California. So nice.
Yeah, I finally caught the memo that we're no longer in a cave, so... I don't know where this is. I just got it off of Google. I hope I don't get sued, though, so... I play Eslov, who's the Dragonborne Barbarian. And actually, despite what Scott says, I don't have all that much interesting to say. So
he will once the game starts.
I'm sure. We'll see.
All right. Morgan.
Hey guys, I'm Morgan with Mind Played Mondays. You guys can find me on social media everywhere at Mind Played Mondays, except for Twitter, which is Mind Played Mun. I'm the founder of Mind Played Mondays. We are a group that does professional dungeon mastering. So if you need a DM, check us out. We also have t-shirts on Amazon. We have products on the DM's Guild. And we have a podcast that we release new episodes every Monday. Hence, Mind Played Mondays. So with all that out of the way, I play Vesryn Madrick of House Madrick. I'm a wood elf wizard of noble lineage. And just like to live it up wherever we go. So,
and you are the only one that didn't take any seriously large damage last week, so you're like special.
Shield, blade song, and shield.
Tiffany.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I play Cerridwen Sagewynd. She goes by Dwin. I'm the bard of the group. And I also run my own campaign called Dungeon Damsels, and I released a Halloween special. You can find us on Twitter at Dungeon_Damsels.
Go check her out.
We're also on YouTube and also on a podcast, and I feel super proud of our YouTube video because I added lights and it looks sick. It looks so cool. So yeah. Please check it out if you're interested in some more spooky stories. If you haven't gotten that Halloween hit, and we also have a main campaign that features a bunch of strong women undergoing different changes in their life, like having lycanthropy and leaving their religion, and lots of other interesting things.
And Michael.
Oh yeah, and Michael, my husband. He plays a girl.
But he plays a woman.
Yeah, he plays Ellie.
It's totally okay.
Yes, if you haven't seen it, check it out. They're awesome. We love them.
And Brandon, who plays Morcant, the cleric, is he's not here tonight. Sadly, He did a lot of stuff last week. He blew up the ground that some villains were on. All right. Does anybody want to do the recap, or you want to do it collectively? How do you want to do this tonight?
Kind of collectively, like we usually do.
Okay. It was not a particularly complicated one last week.
Yeah, we basically got this book from the Soul, which is the church in the area, and it was hidden away, pretty obvious. It was very obviously hidden away. And so we found that and reclaimed the book. And we found out that this book has some history in it from this era of time that doesn't have a lot of history in it. Where you found out that there was this landmass that was taken away. It just kind of vanished. And Elixia, which is the island that we're all from, that was once part of that landmass. We went... With
that book, we also found out just recently that perhaps not everything in there is exactly as we read it, because the way it's written, it seems like the language is kind of off, and maybe it's from someplace else with a similar language. So maybe we're reading it slightly wrong. There's still a mystery around that book.
Yeah, there's lots going on with that book.
But it's not magical too, though.
Yeah, it's not magical. It's just a mysterious book. We spoke to Madame Bardusa, who is the owner of the fancy schmancy, bathhouse.
Yeah.
And we were suspicious of her because she had the same list that Vesryn's evil brother had of people. So we're like, why do you have this list? And she said, I was paid to find these people. That's my job. We're like, oh, all right. After that, I asked about my long-lost son, Taliesin, and that prompted Madame Bardusa to reveal Mr. Whitefield, who was the Epania of White, which is the city we're in. He is no longer the Epania, and then we found out his story and why he's no longer the Epania and why he's in hiding.
Yeah, the Epania, by the way, for people who don't know, is the head of a temple to the god of the sea.
Yeah, Akor. So we find out that he basically was beguiled by this woman named Safia Ada into doing all of these things for her, and she wanted the book that we have. And he got it, and he was fearful for what she would do with this, because after a while he realized that Safia is actually really bad news. We concluded that Safia is probably a demon, because she shares a lot of similarities with previous demons we've dealt with. And now Mr. White is in hiding at Madame Bardusa's because he is fearful that Safia will want to murder him after secluding away the book. And now we're trying to chase down a lead on my son Taliesin by going to the Hag in the Wood Char, maybe, potentially. We could also maybe just go try to just straight up murder Safia in her fancy house. We're kind of wondering where we're going to go next.
Yep. Yeah. And that's where you are. You're in discussion, and then last week, as the discussion started going, the stream went down. Yeah. Which was terrible.
I think we should just rest here while we still have time. It's too late to really pack up our things and leave.
Well, I mean, Morcant obviously doesn't feel safe here. So, I don't know, maybe we just hunker down with the lunatics?
We could, or perhaps Madame Bardusa can secure guard detail. Or if we're unsure if we can trust Madame Bardusa, then yes, the lunatics are fine with me, but I doubt they'll be able to protect us better than this place.
You'd also met a cleric from the Church of Ununu, who is the god of order. So you don't have to necessarily stay with the lunatics. That's not the only clerics around.
This is true.
Oh, maybe we should...
Voice?
Why do we go with this cleric, Mr. Ununu?
Mr. Order.
Do you mind heading us up for the night? It'd be easier, because then you could keep us close and we could hide out for a bit.
He can give you a place to stay for a night or two inside the temple. He would have to know how long you'd be staying and who would be staying. Actually, probably would only offer to Morcant because he's the only one still injured.
Okay, so he's only extending it to Morcant. Okay.
Yes.
But that would be fine. I'm actually fine with staying here. I don't think the threat's coming back again tonight.
I mean, I don't either, but I don't want to leave Morcant alone, so I can just go with him, and you and Eslov.
Will they let you stay? If they let you stay there, then yes, I would. And that's fine. But if he's only extending the offer to Morcant, perhaps.
Well, is there an inn nearby this temple?
Yeah, there's several inns.
Okay, I'll just...
There's CC's there, which is a canteen, is both a bar and an inn.
Let's go to CC's. We've been wanting to go there for a while.
How late is it right now, by the way?
It's the middle of the night. You guys were attacked at a time when it was expected you would be asleep.
Yeah.
And you all were.
Well, not me, because I was up studying.
Oh, I have to give you something. Hold on, because you were studying something important. Let me drop it in the Discord for you.
Okay.
This is something you've been asking about.
Yeah.
And I finally got it together.
I was thinking about it earlier, but I was like, yeah, I won't ask.
There you go. So I dropped in there the spells in the spell book.
Ooh.
That you've been...
These are the spells your father knows.
Yay!
No.
Okay.
All right. I will have to go through these and see which ones I know and do not know, so I can start slowly adding them to my spell book.
Hypnotic pattern. Anyway.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So it has some very good ones.
It does have good ones. I'm like, ooh.
Not
better.
Yeah,
anyway,
not
sorry.
not a lot of attack stuff, but he was not that kind of a person. So.
Yeah.
No. But these are more than enough. I don't need a million attack spells.
I'm glad there's Earthbind in this, because he was a studier of nature.
Yep.
So.
Makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Yep. It makes sense.
All right.
You know, maybe I'll drop it. Maybe I'll drop it in Twitch too. Let everyone see what's there. I never do that. I never think about doing that.
Background story. So, Cerridwen's father was a wizard, and he died because he was old. And the book was left behind. And Cerridwen's family doesn't have any more wizards. They're a bunch of bards. So she took the book and gave it to Vesryn because she thought it would prove useful.
And I'm sure it will. I'll make sure the first time I cast one of these spells, I'll point to you and say, "This was for your father."
Yeah, Dwyn was very close to her dad.
Oh, that's funny. I have to paste it in 2 chunks because it can only do 500 characters at a time.
Ah.
I didn't even... It's funny, I didn't really know that. I should have known that. All right. So, they're there now. So,
thank you.
Morcant heads over to the temple to stay and rest and get his wounds healed up in a place he feels safer in, because he doesn't for whatever reason trust Madame Bardusa's security, even though you can see it at this very moment doubling and doubling again, throughout the night.
Perhaps I will join you shortly. I feel like taking one more bath before I leave this wonderful place. We'll take a little midnight bath and then head out to meet up with you guys at the CC. So,
of course. I mean, if you're going to be in a bathhouse,
Yeah.
you want to be in the
You guys can
bathhouse.
stay here. I just don't want Morcant to feel alone. Or to not have one of us nearby. I'll go and get board, room and board at CC's.
Okay.
Up
So
to
you-
this, love. You stay here, or if you leave,
Yeah,
I will join shortly.
I can stay with Morcant.
You'll have to board at CC's. Okay. Sure, whatever's fine.
All right. So you're going to
His birthday,
CC's.
after all.
I guess
That's
we're all.
what's
I
going
guess
to
we're. I guess we're all going to CC's.
Can it be like canonically Morcant's birthday in game?
Sure, why not? You can have a birthday party and sing to him when he's not here. But we can see his face.
That's funny.
And he raises his hand as they're like taking away, like, you know, it's my birthday.
Oh,
Holy,
well, heck of a way to start one.
How old am I? I think I'm
15 today.
22.
Oh,
Is that young?
Oh, wait, no, he aged 10 years.
And we still haven't.
You're
heard
right,
the other
he would've-
person that's supposed to come.
He would have been upper 20s, I think. So now he's in his upper 30s because from that aging,
Well,
I think. I don't remember it off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up, but
he's still
You know.
in his 20s. He's got the body of a 30-year-old, like me in
Yeah.
real life.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that just kicked him up to his prime, so he's in great shape for adventuring.
I didn't know he was that young. He's young. That makes him, I think, younger than Eslov.
Yeah.
Really?
Eslov's in his like late 20s or something. I don't know.
Dwayne's like
I know my own character.
Dwayne's like 130. You guys know.
She's a child. She's so young.
Yeah, in Firbolg years, she's like adult, like youngish adult. She's like I like broke down the math. She's like the equivalent of 30.
Right.
So anyway, she's carrying Morcant because I don't think that Cleric could carry him. I mean, maybe he could. Maybe he could be a buff Cleric, but Dwayne will carry Morcant.
Yeah. The halfling cleric.
Yeah, buff halfling Cleric carrying Morcant.
You never know.
I mean, yeah, like if he just rolls off the armor, he's ripped underneath. Oh, okay. I mean, you got this.
He's not going to carry Morcant back to the temple, but he'll get help.
I'll just carry him.
Or you could carry him, right? It's no
Yeah,
big
like
deal
it's
for
not a
you.
big deal to her. She's giant, so.
Just over the shoulder. And you head out. As you head down the street to the temple, you smell this strong scent, like wafting in the air, like a perfume or something. And it's strong, very much spicy and flowery all at the same time. Eslov probably hates it, but everyone else is probably okay with it. Maybe it actually smells a lot like Morgan, Vesryn.
Oh, that smells nice. She'll like be distracted by it and try to follow it while carrying like Morcant.
Well, you seem to be heading towards it,
Okay.
and you hit this area on the street where it opens up, and you can see off in the distance, across this big open courtyard, several ships are in port, and Eslov notices over by the ships that there is a whale that is being rended, so it's being cooked down for its oils.
He does not like the smell.
But you don't really smell that. It seems to be overwhelmed by the scent of whatever these things are in between the whale carcass and here, and there's a sign that says parfumery above this area, and it seems like they're making perfumes or something.
Parfumery.
Yes.
What does that say? Parfumery? What's a parfumery?
You're pretty close. It's a perfumery. Perfumery? I can't even say it right. It's not a common word. But sometimes people like mixing up scents to smell a certain way. You know, like flowers or spice. I guess it's not a thing.
Why?
Well, it's better than...
Just eat it. Just eat the way.
Well, I suppose I mean, historically, people wore perfume because no one bathed.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, I mean, some people like to smell like flowers.
Are you telling me people here don't bathe?
I mean, at least some of them don't.
Some don't.
Because she, like, looks down, you know, you can, like, see down an alleyway a bunch of, like, probably hobos.
Even I bathe where I'm from.
But most of the ones that don't can't afford perfume.
No. Well, I mean, it could be nice for, like, a special occasion. Like, you're going to a fancy dinner party and everyone else there bathes. So if you want to show how fancy you are by smelling nice.
Right.
I learn new things every day, and it never, ever makes sense to me.
And then she'll go on like some like tangent about like aromatherapy as we continue walking to the Unanu temple.
And you continue down the road, and eventually you find this square building with a square over a square door and square windows that wrap around it very high. And you see that on the door there's an iron silver square like the one you had seen on the Cleric.
Okay. Are we with the Cleric that was healing us?
Yeah.
Okay.
He walks you in and he's like, I really appreciate you carrying your friend. It would have been a much later night had I had to come and get assistance with this.
Yeah, no problem. Not a big deal to me. I'd rather get Morcant to bed. Anyway.
And he goes up and he knocks on the door, and it's open from the inside, and there's a guard in there, an elven guard, in armor and everything. And he opens the door and holds it open for you. They're with me. And he leaves it open for you to go in.
Okay, we'll step in.
Unlike the Soul, which is round and open and has a fire pit in the center, this one has lots of small rooms almost immediately. Everything seems to be blocked off into spaces that are useful for things. In one space you see a cleric sleeping in a space that is just about perfectly fitting to their shape, to their size. The next one over, you'll see storage of crates that come right to the edge and up to the top. You know, everything seems to be orderly and accounted for.
No city dream.
Yes, exactly. It's the god of order.
Oh, Twin's gonna look around. Wow, you're very neat.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
And she like feels out of place as, you know, a worshiper of Quiel, who is like a nature god and of the wilds, and you know, like she comes from a place where like they don't necessarily have like orderly farms.
Yeah. And you hear the swishing sound behind you as you're walking down the hall. And
it's like a broom swish?
It is a broom swish. There's someone sweeping up behind you as you walk.
And very clean.
Well, of course. Orderliness is important to the gods. Even the god of chaos has more order to him than you would think. To it, not him.
Oh, no, I mean, I think it's good. I think it's good to have clean floors. Oh, where should I put Morcant?
And he leads you to a room, and there's a room that is open. There's a curtain that normally is in front of it that's pulled open, showing it's available. It says you can put him here, and inside it there's a bed, little table, and he goes, I'll have some water brought for him also.
Okay, so she's gonna put him on the bed.
The bed is perfectly made. Like the sheets they're like military, like tucked, perfect. The pillow is like measured to the edges. Like everything is perfectly ordered. It's maddening.
Just takes a breath. Well, let's get you out of your armor so you can actually sleep. We'll just set him down and start unbuckling his bracer, and Morcant seems pretty out of it.
There's a chest under the bed to put his belongings in.
Okay.
And he says, the rest of us will step out. You're with him? You will be undressing him?
I can get his armor off, but we're not supposed that I would feel like he would be comfortable. I mean, do you have like a doctor that can do that? Or
I'm a healer.
Okay, yeah. I can take the armor off, and you should probably undress him just so he seems professional.
Yes, I'll take care of it after that.
Okay.
And he steps out and he closes the curtain while you take the armor off.
Yeah, like he's not going to be scandalous.
Right.
His armor off.
Yeah, and Vesryn and Eslov are standing there, and the little guy, the little halfling, is looking up at you, and he stands with his hands like to his belly, crossed fingers. It'll be a long night for everyone, it seems.
Yes, more so others than some.
And he's looking up at you. It's funny how elves and half-elves and humans look so much like us.
Yes, hilarious.
I don't mean funny in that way. I just think it's interesting that all of you would have come from us.
Halflings?
Yes. We're the original humanoids in the world. You know that, correct?
Is that what we know? Because as far as I know...
Not at all. You've never heard that.
Sure. I always believed it was Dragonborns first, but, if halflings came first, it explains why he looks so much like you.
Didn't Dragonborne come from... Weren't they birthed by dragons? Wasn't your parent a dragon of some form, Mr. Eslov?
Like, my dad or my mom?
Yes.
His father is a huge dragon his father is a huge dragon in the north.
Wait, what?
Huge dragon.
I think
largest
he's...
Eslov looks at Vesryn.
I'm terrified to meet his father. So, just say
something like that.
He's huge.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Terrifying.
Unfortunately, his wings haven't grown in yet, but we're waiting on them still.
Was your mother an orderly mother? Did she maintain order in her home, Mr. Eslov?
I wouldn't know. I didn't live in her house.
Oh, that is sad.
No, it's not.
Oh.
That's not how our society works.
Oh.
No, different
The
types
children
of
are raised communally, not by parents.
So who sets the rules for the community?
The community does.
Collective rule creation. Interesting. And where are you from, Vesryn?
I'm from an island called Elixia.
Oh, I need dice. Elixia? We are very far from Elixia. You came this far?
Actually, yes.
That's kind of amazing, I think.
Well, I do travel with amazing people, so it would only seem right that I do amazing things as well.
I can't imagine getting on a boat. If it went over,
yes,
there's no way that anybody could. Well, I couldn't swim like that. My legs are not long enough for actual swimming.
Truth be told, on our way here, our vessel was destroyed by a large sea beast, and we were stranded in the far north. Yes, we almost died, all of us.
Why did it not respect Eslov's rule of law that he brought as a dragon?
No, it did not. Surprisingly, we were all blown away by it. We were like, Eslov, what? He actually chased the beast into the water and almost decapitated it, but it got away, unfortunately.
Your friend, Firbolg, I do respect the ordning. I think there's something quite special about that ordering of their society that you don't see in many other collectives.
They are not chaotic at all in any way whatsoever. They are all about order, neat, tidiness, definitely so with nature.
I've only met, this is my first giant of any kind that I've ever met. And Cerridwen seems to be very orderly.
Completely.
You just came out of a fight, so I think that perhaps her clothing is no longer pressed from the roughhousing that had happened.
She keeps her clothes so pressed, it's almost like it could stand up on the edges. The creases, oh, it's amazing. It's almost like she has wings.
Do you know if she's taken?
I don't know. I do know she is the mother of my nephew, but I don't know if she's taken.
Oh. I see.
I cannot speak for her being taken by someone, but she has ties to my family. That's for sure. And I look after her as if she was of my own. So whoever was going to be her suitor would have to pass House Vesryn, or not House Madric's approval. The Viscount of Elixia. So if you think you are up to the task, we can put you in front of my father and you can see if you are worthy.
Is Elixia an orderly place?
Not at all. Other than Cantrip and my family.
You can count me out then. I'm not interested in going there. I also don't wish to cross the sea. I recuse myself from this.
No. I understand. It's a dangerous journey for sure.
She seems like she would be. She seems like she could be very good at protecting someone that is not large.
She is. She's very good at protecting people that are large as well. She has saved everyone in our group more than once. So we are blessed to have her.
Wow. You're actually real, for real adventurers, it sounds like.
I don't know if I'd be calling myself an adventurer, but, we do go out and seek to make things better in the world. And if coin comes along, we'll take that as well.
Are you... you probably couldn't even answer this because your humility would not allow, but it's possible that you're heroes or something. Have you saved lives? And I don't mean by healing. I mean by something glorious, battle or magics against unbelievable odds.
Let me just say this. I would not call myself a hero, though my companions I would consider heroic in very many ways. We did save lives on Elixia, but I'd rather be alive than be a hero. And there was a lot more people who died that were true heroes.
Because they died?
Because they gave their lives up for something that was worth giving their lives up for.
Yes.
Those that are left are not heroes, we're survivors.
Cerridwen, when you finish with the armor.
All right. Well, she's
Dwayne, we should.
Fuck it up.
When you get back, we should
I'm
really
out.
get you back so you can press your clothes and get them crisp again. You know,
You
Like,
you
I was
could
just-
totally hear everything, by the way, that was said out there. It's just a curtain. Are you laughing at him just because he's a halfling?
Just pulls the curtain out. She's like, yeah, I definitely need to get out the iron.
Bess was just like, yes, we should probably go.
Right. Well, take care of Morcant. We'll be lodging at Hastings if you need us. Thank you.
Thank you for carrying him, and he'll be in good hands. It was a pleasure meeting all of you. Good evening, Cerridwen.
Likewise.
And Vesryn and Eslov.
What's
And-
his guy's name?
I have to look it up again. I forgot. I was hoping you wouldn't ask, and we get through it. I did have to go
What's
look
his
for
last
it.
name too? And what's the name of his father and mother?
I know, I'm like the worst at keeping track of my NPCs too. I'm just like, his name's John. Johnny
His name
McJohn
is
face.
Jonathan. Johnny McJohn face.
It's
That's going to be an NPC now. That's
it's
canon.
Nope, it's Burn. Burn.
Is it?
B-Y-R-N-E.
Okay.
Burn. Damn, I thought I'd make it to the end where you'd leave him, and I'd be like, oh, I don't have to go look it up. I forgot it. But no, Cerridwen takes notes and had to make sure she had the note in.
That's an interesting name, Burn. Burn, is it?
Yes.
I like that name. Is your father's name Burn? I'm just messing with you, Scott. You don't have
I know. He walks you out.
Well, it was a pleasure.
He walks you
And
out and
remember-
closes the door after. Oh, go on.
Remember what I said. Don't try to be a hero. Do what you can to help others and hope that you're a survivor.
Good advice. Good evening. He bows a little and he closes the door. And you're out in the
So-
street.
So, Eslov, when are you getting your wings?
I think of a good one-liner.
I got it.
I'll get my wings when you're the head of House Madrix.
Oh, so never. God, I hope that never happens. Listen, if I become head of House Madric, we are in all bad shape. Elixia.
What do you mean?
Well, I think you'll do a better job than your father, or at least you're on the items at the time.
As soon as you step out, you can smell the perfume again, and you know you're on the right route to Cece's, which is where your next stop was. You walk and you continue on, and the road curves back around. As it does, you see a sign over a doorway that is lit up with some kind of a magical glow, and it says the Cantrip Cantina.
Ooh, I like the name of that place.
Thank you, too.
Of course you would.
So,
Well,
let's go check it
walk
out.
in.
Make me a perception check before you
All
go
of
in.
us?
Yep.
Everyone? Ooh, natural 14 plus
18.
18 for me. Oh, damn, all three 18s. That's what I'm talking about.
Outside in the alley between, you can see that you've walked around the place where they're rending the whales, or the whale, and they're actually bringing a barrel of what you would assume would be the whale blubber or something into a back or side door of the Cantrip Cantina.
Well, Bubba. Does it look normal like that, or do they look like they're being sneaky with it, or are they just
Nope.
carrying stuff in?
Just carrying it in.
Well, let's head in.
There's something strange about them bringing whale blubber into a cantina.
You've never seen it, so seems odd to you.
I'll look in the cantina and try to see if they use oil lamps.
In the window there, you can see that there are oil lamps on many of the walls.
Okay, then she would just be like, "Oh, they must use it for the lighting. I'm tired. Let's go."
Yes.
And you go in, and it is immediately apparent that this is not a bar like you've seen anywhere else. There are bottles behind this woman who has big hair at the bar. There's a lot of people in here, but the bottles are all glowing, and they have some of them have smoke rising from them. Some of them have little things floating in them. And the woman at the bar says, "Three of you are new. I've not seen the three of you in here before. Come on in. Come in.
Hello.
What can I do for you?" Those are nice. Those are nice colors. I like the purple.
Thank you.
We're
I
looking
think
for
Yes, go ahead, Dwayne.
rooms. We're looking for rooms. Do you have any vacancies?
Of course.
By
Separate
chance,
or
yeah.
one?
I was going to ask, are we more comfortable staying in one room tonight?
We have a common room also.
Do you have like a big room with more than one bed?
Yes, yes. Of course.
You have a small room with one big bed.
I'm just gonna like look at Eslov.
Uh,
I'm asking for that. Just like,
We have several large beds. If you need, we could move one or, and she looks at the three of you, or perhaps two of them, to a room with one small bed.
That would be fine.
It will take a little time to get the room made up. If you will.
Would you recommend
Sure.
anything to drink? While we wait.
I definitely recommend a drink. What are you in the mood for?
Well,
Henry
we just
fucked up.
had a rough scuffle earlier, so perhaps something to, give us a nice little.
wind down.
Make me a perception check, all of you.
Ooh, now's a good time. 11.
23.
Good. Not good.
Cerridwen, you notice that the wood beams in here, their beams are all intricately carved. They're just beautiful. And behind them, there's stained glass. But they go up, you think, higher than the outside ceiling, roof. Maybe. It's hard to tell. So what you're saying is you would like some kind of a drink to alter your mood, to relieve you of
Yes.
memories or pain of what has transpired recently.
Well, when you say relieve us of memories, it's not going to permanently remove them. Sounds. I'm just curious. We just want a nice little mood fixer.
And she goes back and she starts making a concoction from some of these glowing jars. She puts some kind of a berry in one, or in each of them, and she brings them over to you. And there are 3 glasses. And the glasses are actually glass. That's a rarity.
Ooh.
Drink
Uh-huh.
up.
I mean, haven't seen. Is glass an import here?
Pardon me?
I see that you have. Well, is glass an import here because you have these fine windows and
Oh,
the
yes.
actual glasses?
Yes, but there are, some of them are created by the artisans on the island.
What is this drink called before I down it?
Buzzkill.
I saw the berries. I'll drink it. And I go and chug
She
it.
said, I'll be back in a few minutes. I have other guests to attend. It's kind of a bigger drink. It's a little fruity.
Okay, so I'll take some time with it. Then I won't.
Yeah.
I won't. Ah.
Like, is it like the margarita glasses?
Margaritaville. We're in Margaritaville right now.
Yeah.
More like tall, thin mojito glasses.
Oh, okay.
It's got like little straws in the little umbrellas.
There aren't in this one. There's a berry in it and all that.
Okay.
She'll eat the berry.
Yeah.
I like the berry.
There. Mm-hmm. Delicious.
It's so fruity. I like
That's
it.
lovely.
Do you like
You
it
drink
as
it?
well?
Oddly,
like
it doesn't taste like alcohol.
What'd you say, Morgan?
I said, are you enjoying your drink?
I mean, it's like fruity, right? Like, it's probably not something he's ever had. Like, obviously he's had like honey, but it doesn't taste like straight up like fruit. He's probably puckering up quite a bit.
I look at you, Dwayne.
Look.
It's just so good when it hits your lips. It's just so good.
It's delicious.
I mean, it is really good, but it does have a good sour aftertaste to it.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then when you get to the berry and you actually, what do you do when you get to the berry? Do you eat it? You leave
Right.
it? What?
Of course, eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ate our berries already.
You eat the berry, and there's an immediate feel of vigor,
Oh.
and you each get a hit point back,
Ooh.
and it's like that's a pick me up you don't see in drinks
Oh,
very
sure.
often.
I was really not expecting that.
Feels good.
And you hear you overhear her say, "Those are new customers for life." And she looks over you and smiles, and she goes back. And she goes back and she takes that barrel is back there, and she dips into it a little spoon, and she puts a little bit into a glass, and she starts, it looks like she's concocting a potion or something from things that don't even look like brews or alcohol or anything. She's back there maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and she comes back out and she pours it into another drink with what looks like some kind of an alcohol, and it goes, fills up to the top, and it starts glowing in an amber glow. And she says something over it very quietly, and you're not sure what it was. And she puts it up on the shelf, and she comes back over to you. So how was it? You feeling a little bit better now?
Feeling wonderful.
No, it was nice.
Terrific.
I'm a spellcaster myself, so I must say I find your whole interior fascinating. Have you considered franchising into other parts of the world?
What's a franchise?
You know, having more than one location.
How would I run it?
You would hire
teach-
more people.
You would hire more people, teach them, and then they pay you a portion for running the location elsewhere.
I'm not teaching any other wizard the cantrips that I've created. They're what you would call proprietary, because I'm the proprietor.
Yes. But they pay you for it, and then they continue to pay you for it as a contract.
I don't trust them.
That's what the contract's for, so you can hunt them down and kill them if you need to.
I don't even know what that is. What is a contract?
Just gonna like pat Vesryn. Just let's go.
Disregard.
I
I'm
have
just trying to help you make more money, but I understand. I understand your hesitation.
I don't need more money. I do well. What about
Do
you?
you? Who?
You, ma'am?
What about me?
Do you think that I should franchise what he said? What he said? All those words he said that were big words.
Well, I mean, I think people would like to experience what you have to show, and
Then they can come here.
Well, some people can't afford to come here. It's quite a ways out of the way. And what happens when you die? Are your secrets going to die with you?
Probably. But there are other wizards creating other spells. I'm not the only wizard around.
Well, you know, it's your life.
If he is a wizard, why isn't he making drinks and making them better?
Well,
and she's saying this like about you, like you're a third party outside this conversation. You're right next to it.
To be honest, I would love to be able to spend time doing this. Unfortunately, my family requires me to devote my time elsewhere. I just like the idea of being able to come to a location like this in my homeland, Elixia, which is really far away.
It sounds...
Well,
never mind.
Well, I mean, just if you ever think about relocating to Elixia, we can help you out. But if you're comfortable here, then stay here.
Thank you. A reasonable contract. Wait, was that a contract? I don't think that was a contract, was it?
It was not a contract, but it was a nice offer, and I definitely support what she was saying. I would love to see this location in our island.
Are you interested in any food this evening? Or actually, let me see if we have any more food left. It is very late in the evening. And she goes back to the kitchen.
Or like pull up on the food from the snacks from the bathhouse. We haven't had like a real meal.
And she comes out and she has a big plate. And she says, we don't have a lot. There's some olives and some bread, if you're okay with that.
Yes.
Do you have any oil for dipping the bread in?
Oh, of course. One moment. She comes back with a little bowl of oil.
Is it olive oil or like a plant oil, or is it whale?
Please tell me it's whale.
It's whale oil. Yeah.
Yes. Whale oil.
It's
whale
edible.
Oil.
It's edible.
Thank you.
Yeah. She'll snack. Well, I suppose that's what they use oil for.
So, Dragonborne, are you a wizard?
Kind of.
The greatest. There's nobody more magical with a battle axe than him.
She goes and she starts making drinks.
Not really, unless I get mad.
Oh, we'll keep you unmad then. And she brings some drinks over to you again. These are glowing green. Enjoy. I'll see you in a little bit. I have to go see other customers. Enjoy the snacks.
These taste like lemon lime.
No, you're not sure exactly what they taste like. They're sweet like that, but not like lemons or limes.
So, now that we have a moment before we go upstairs, are we going to go and check out this woman's location before we leave the city in search of Taos? I mean, I really want to find my nephew, your son, but I really don't feel comfortable leaving a potential succubus or demon here to cause further chaos.
Yeah, I feel like we need to take care of her as well, but if we're going in, I think we need to figure out more about her. Because we could walk in, she could be stronger than Talon, we could just flattened.
Potentially, but I mean, if that was the case, she would have just taken care of the former Ipania. I mean, he was able to escape. An old man was able to take a book and escape her. Come here and get refuge after securing the book.
He escaped her when she wasn't actually in the room with him. Like, she didn't know how he left or when exactly.
Yeah.
He snuck out. But he did get out and away.
If she was that powerful, she would have been able to happen.
Well, you don't know how powerful he was either. Remember, he has no spells now. At the time, he did.
That's true. That is true. My only version of him is this version, so I'm like, he was weak.
Yeah. He was...
And then on top of that, maybe she might have some guards in her house that why Shield didn't know about. So let's just get some rest and then go and check her house out. Try to see the lay of them. Try to see what we're going up against. And then we can... well, then we'll figure out from there.
And
I don't want to go all the way to Char and find my son and then potentially bring him into an area with a demon. Or just clean up.
Yes.
And the proprietor comes back over. Your room is ready whenever you're ready. How are you feeling? The drink work well?
It was wonderful.
Oh, yes. It was invigorating. Thank you.
What did you say, Vesryn?
I said it was wonderful.
Okay.
What do you think he said?
I thought he said awful. Like I thought he was being sarcastic or something.
No, Vesryn never insults people in this kind of business. He doesn't want them to spit in his drink.
Yeah.
Sounds logic.
That drink could have been made from saliva.
You never know. And I'm fine not knowing. Vesryn's completely fine not knowing.
So you probably have about another 10 minutes before you'll be able to get to sleep. So if you'd like, I'll show you to your room and you can relax for a bit.
Sounds wonderful.
Right. Let's go.
And she walks you up. And you do feel very awake. Like booze often makes you tired. This one, not at all. You get up to the room. She shows it to you. It's actually not very nice. It's not as nice as Madame Bardusa's, but it's quality. It's a real bed with some kind of a quality mattress. It's not like a mattress stuffed with hay or anything like that. And there are 2 big beds and 1 smaller one, and the room has a fireplace with a fire that is going. And it is a chilly night, so that's helpful. Not freezing, just cold, chilly.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, this was great.
And I'll see you in the morning then. Breakfast begins as the dawn rises. Should last about 2 hours before we're out of food, and then we close until lunch.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
When that person leaves, I will immediately cast alarm on our room.
Okay.
So that way, if somebody comes in, we'll be notified.
Okay.
So that's the first thing I do. It's basically going around and pulling out the little wire, putting it around, setting up.
Yeah, you're acting paranoid.
Yes, well, it's after being attacked in the night. Why not?
Yeah.
This should alarm me if somebody sneaks into our room, unless they have magical means to get past this. But this should be helpful. I'm going to now, if you guys want, I can finally identify this shield and mace.
Oh yeah.
Yes, please.
Please. So start peeling off her armor and boots and just getting comfortable.
Vesryn will sit down and work on identifying the mace and the shield.
Okay. So you're there for a while working on it, and you're having a little trouble concentrating. You feel kind of wired.
Okay.
And it makes it hard to keep your concentration and focus.
Okay. Need a con check?
Huh?
Concentration check? You need a concentration check or?
No, not yet.
Okay.
and Eslov and Cerridwen have trouble falling asleep. They seem kind of perky. That's a word I've never used in this stream. I don't think perky.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah. Eslov, perky Eslov. That sounds weird.
Yeah.
And
interesting word. We'll say that.
And can I get a wisdom save from the 3 of you?
Save.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wisdom or wisdom. So,
Wisdom.
20 for me.
Okay.
Not a 20, it's a 15.
That's a 5.
Okay. So, Cerridwen, you feel like you're not sure that you've been honest enough with everybody. And you feel like you need to unburden yourself of some things that you don't think you've told them.
Oh, okay.
It's up to you what.
Okay, so she'll go over to Eslov, and like get really buddy with him. Just be like, you know, sometimes I don't know what she even said to Eslov. I don't even know what she said to him. I think she'd just say, like, you know, you're a really good friend, Eslov. And I like having you around, and I don't think I say that enough. I also really wish you would do your readings more, and I put all this effort into making your worksheets, and you don't do them, and it makes me upset.
I think you need to go to bed.
And she's talking really loud, Vesryn. She's not quiet.
Ben is really trying to focus on...
Eslov is taking glances over at Vesryn like, are you going to do something about it?
Yes.
Vesryn's in the middle of identifying. He's in the middle of identifying. He's just like, nope.
Oh, no, he's trying to identify, and he can't concentrate.
I think you should talk to Amos.
She'll get up on her bed and be like, and you know, another thing is that it bugs me that Morcant's always like, oh, Akor's the best god ever. I mean, come on, man. Hey, we're back in this entire time. Yeah, Quiel, dude. That's what's going on. And she's like, glory to Quiel!
Glory to Quiel. Yes, very much so.
Does it seem like she's really drunk, or is she sober and just over shit?
She seems like she's drunk, but without a slur.
And then she'll go over to Vesryn and just be like, Vesryn, I think you're really smart and charming. And it bugs me that you always pair me with Eldrin, even though he's been dead for 30 years. I mean, to me. I'm gonna go to bed.
I think it's probably best.
Hey, I'm sorry.
And then she's just gonna, like, boom, just, like, flop onto the bed.
Don't know how I'm supposed to take that, Eslov.
And when you lay down, you do go out. You're like, boom, out.
Yeah, dead to the world.
Because I hear her sleep and I look at you. You should probably practice those sheets she gave you. Just saying.
Eslov will get right on it.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
No, he's got energy. He'll do it right now.
Yeah.
And then what you should do is you should do the sheets and then leave a couple right next to her bed so she can see you worked on it tonight and she'll be so happy in the morning.
Exactly.
So, I'm going to try to focus on identifying these two items we've had for like 3 days and have been unable to identify.
I thought that I had told you what those were already.
No, because it was you told me about the hat and the other ones, but because we were in the bathhouse, we weren't able to identify because they had taken them from us.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta go find my list. Ugh.
Well, we can do that during break or whatever, but I'm going to be working on those tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I'll drop it in during the list. I don't want to go searching for stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'll do that. I'll focus on those, try to identify them, and then fall asleep myself.
Everyone sleeps deeply.
Oh, sorry. Meditate.
Yeah, you trance.
Can I trance on the bed?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I might as well be comfortable.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, and everyone wakes up at whatever time you want to wake up. The light doesn't seem to pierce through the heavy curtains over the door, the glass on the windows.
Oh, look at that, Dwyn. Eslov did some sheets last night. Wow.
Did he
What
really
a
do
scholar.
that? Did he do that?
What a scholar.
What? And then she'll be like, oh, you did this sheet out. She's really happy. Oh, I'll just have to make you some more. And she's like, this is great progress.
More. So did Eslov do the sheets, or did he just leave them laying around like he did the sheets?
Oh, he did them.
Okay, good.
He did them a little bit. He did like every other problem so that it seems like he did more than he did.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
And you
What,
smell
do you
food. Huh?
Nothing. This is, Morgan seems to... I don't know, never mind.
What? What happened?
I don't know, I'll talk about it later.
Okay.
It's not, I'm having problems putting it into words because it's just like a still weird thought.
Everybody got what very rarely happens. They got a long rest.
Oh my gosh.
You all got a long rest.
Yeah.
And you can smell the food coming from downstairs. And it smells really good.
Oh, that smells delightful. What does it smell like? What do we smell?
You smell meat and vegetables cooking of some kind, and some kind of bread baking or baked, and a few scents that are sweet, but a couple things that you can't identify. You're not sure what they are. But you're in a new place. You're not in a place that you're familiar with the foods that much.
By the way, were we given directions to where that person's house was? The potential demon lady?
Yeah.
Yep.
Told him what side of town it is and that it's opulent.
All right, so while everybody's getting ready, I'm going to summon Soul,
Okay.
and I'm going to have her head over there, just kind of do a scan, and I'm going to look through her eyes while she's doing it
Okay.
before I go downstairs to eat.
And Soul gets over there and is looking down at where what you think would be the place, but all she sees is grass.
I have her, like, can she, like, fly and land there? Or is there, you know, I want to see, like, if it's an
If you want her
illusion.
to.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So she lands, in the edge of the grass, and it's grass here.
That's odd. All right, and then I'll snap to make her disappear for now.
Okay.
I'm assuming you guys went downstairs while I was doing that, or were you guys waiting on me?
Yeah, they went downstairs.
Yeah, we were gone down. Yeah, we're
You
down.
guys go down, and food's being served. There's tables for everybody, and the food is just amazing. But there's also things on the plate, like there's something that looks like a green glowing worm that's kind of wiggling, and there's drinks that have color to them that are not the kinds of colors you see in drinks normally, and they glow, and they have fruit in them, and unusual things. One of them has stalks of celery sticking out, like a red drink with stalks of celery sticking out.
I think I might have to move to the city as I go downstairs, because they have the best bathhouse I've ever been to, and this little gym is wonderful.
It kind of makes you feel like, what the hell's wrong with Elixia? It doesn't have cool things like this.
Yeah, why? I mean, I've been all over Elixia, and there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Like this remotely. No one gets really creative with cuisine.
It's almost like you live in. It's almost like you live in like the backwater island that no one knows about and does anything on.
Twin, what if we made something like this in Elixia?
Sorry, what if
you and I, when we get done with all this stuff, we find houses and go back and we figure out what's going on with, those that are being pulled to the other side. When it's all said and done, why don't we make this kind of place?
Don't look around and what sounds nice?
You know about all kinds of things on the island that we could use to make these kind of drinks. I can learn some. I can figure out to make some cantrips like this.
And you hear somebody go.
Yeah, it could be a regular for.
And they the wiggly, snaky-looking thing.
And that we can have those. Definitely have those.
Well, Mother Didn't me to be picky, so she'll grab the worm thing and just eat it like he did.
Yeah.
All right.
Eslov, bottoms up.
Can you roll me percentile dice, please, if you eat that?
Percentile dice.
Yep.
Wow, we don't get to do that too often in 5e.
Nope.
52.
52.
98. What though? I never roll high.
What's that? You roll percentile dice and you never roll high on percentile dice?
I always roll low when I do. I always roll like crap. Well, I mean, I don't know what's crap, but you know what I'm saying? Usually higher ones are good and the lower ones are, crap, usually. Unless you're playing Call of Cthulhu, then you want to roll low. So.
That's funny.
And then that's when I roll high.
Oh, I got 5. Sorry, I got 5, not 50.
Oh, 5.
5.
So, your skin turns like a blue-green, kind of like the worm thing.
Oh.
Like it just becomes green.
Interesting look for you.
What did you roll, Vesryn?
98.
Your eyes kind of sharpen, and everything around you seems very close. And it's sort of hard to focus on things. Like it's a disquieting thing to have suddenly your eyes be zoomed in on everything.
I look around like I'm going to summon Soul and then try to look through her eyes and have her just sitting on my shoulder and see if that helps.
Okay, that does help actually.
Oh.
What happened to you?
And Eslov, what did you roll?
52.
52. Okay, so Eslov is eating, and you hear like a. And
Fuck's
and he. And a few minutes later, you hear him do it again.
Eslo, come on!
And you hear from the bar, "We got a winner!" The bartender, the woman at the bar.
Yeah.
And she comes over to you and she gives you a big hug. She says, "I apologize. It'll stop in about an hour. You'll be good in an hour. Sorry, the green will last all day." And she turns and heads back. She disappears before you can get your question.
What about vision? My vision. So,
some green for today.
Well, at least for a little. I don't know for how long, but Soul's gonna have to be my eyes for some time. It's kind of hard to focus in here through my own eyes.
And the food, though, is delicious. And it's food like you're not used to eating. Things like artichoke hearts and something called a heart of palm. You've never seen or heard of that. Meats that you're not familiar with, but more importantly, there's spices like you've never experienced. Even Cerridwen, who knows all these plant things, there's things for sure she's not had.
We need to find out what these spices are, so we can get those imported to the island.
I mean, this artichoke heart thing is really good. It's really good. Just keep eating them.
Spices? Question mark.
Spices.
I'm making a note.
I don't know.
Need to find out what these spices are.
Right.
Paprika for the first time.
Well, you probably know that most of the spices that you get on the island come from... There's a ship that comes periodically from Mirador. And you know that Miradorians are known for their spice trade.
Gotcha.
And they are super secret about where they get the stuff. So.
All right, well, we'll have to figure this out some other time. I have some interesting news, by the way. Before I came down to join you, I sent Sol on a little scouting mission to that location. The house is gone.
The whole house is gone.
Yes, I don't know if it's some type of magical trick, so perhaps we should still go there to check it out. But when Sol flew over there was nothing there but grass.
It kind of just takes her a minute to just like calculate that.
It could be some type of illusionary magic.
Oh, I mean, you could be hiding it in plain sight. I mean,
Yes.
well, from plain eyes.
But I did have Sol land on the grass, and she was able to land on the grass. So we should still go check it out, though, just to confirm it with our own.
Yeah,
eyes.
well, maybe you can figure out something from being there, like what you did. I mean, all I can think of is, I don't know, can you magic a house away?
I don't know if you can magic a house away, but if there is something there blocking it, I may be able to dispel it because I did study your father's book, and I picked up a spell that might be helpful in this situation, if there is magic there preventing us from seeing it.
Okay. Well, I think it's worth a shot. We just don't have enough information.
Yes. Very much so.
So you finish eating. Still green. Still zoomed in eyes, which is annoying.
Well, bird eyes. She's like right on my head. So I feel like I'm a little bit taller than her.
Right. Yep. And she says, the proprietor says, Mama says she's taking care of the food and the room. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon, madam, gentlemen.
Thank you. Have a good day.
And you head out. And I assume you're going in the direction of the house you're looking, the grass. Mm-hmm. So you go down that way, and you get to this area where the house is supposed to be there, and it's just grass.
Now that we're outside of the place, I do try to see if I can look through my eyes normal. With further distance, is it easier?
They're fine.
Okay. Didn't know if it's easier to work with a larger distance between me. I will begin to detect magic first to see if there's any signs of magic here.
There is. There's a cube of magic about halfway through the field of grass that is pretty big.
There is a cube. What kind of magic is it?
Illusionary.
There's an illusionary magic right there. Now, I could make it appear, but then that will definitely alert whoever's there that we know they're there.
And from behind, you hear footsteps coming towards you.
Oh, look at this plot right here. We should see about purchasing this land here.
My friends, I don't think that this land is for sale, but maybe I can talk to you about the land that's over here. And you see a shandao that you recognize pointing over to another area. Would you like to discuss that land over there?
Do I reckon? Oh, is this the shandao that was from the bathhouse?
Yes. Yes.
Sure.
Okay, question. Did we bring Morcant?
No. He's still resting up.
Okay.
He'll be totally healed up and ready, probably just as the evening ends.
Conveniently.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I'd love to discuss
That sounds-
purchasing land over here.
Yeah. No. Shame, it's such a beautiful lot, not being used.
And he walks you over, and he goes to this building that has a door, no windows or anything, and he opens the door. Please, after you. This is my real estate office. And
Insight check.
that was totally not the truth. You don't need insight for that.
Yeah.
Oddly, he looks over at the grass area more than he should. A little bit. But trying to make it nonchalant, but it's, with you being up close, it's not as hidden as you would like it to be.
Sure. I will walk in first. Even though I kind of know who this is, and I know what Morcant told us about him, I don't know if he's been infected by this person, you know? So I am hesitant, and I am prepared for them to maybe walk us into a trap.
Okay.
Like I'm mentally preparing myself to be ambushed.
Gwen just walks in.
And
Oh, yeah, sure.
he waits for you all to come in, and it's a pretty cozy home. And there are curtains, covering the windows, but you don't remember seeing windows outside. And he pulls a curtain back and looks over at the cube where the cube would be. Okay, I think we're okay at the moment. Please have a seat if you'd like. There's a fireplace.
So what do you know about the magic over there?
I know that woman corrupted a devout Epania.
Sophia.
Yes.
What else do you
And
know about that?
I don't think that what you are about to do would be safe.
What was I about to do?
You look like you were about to start heading into her space. And I'm not sure it's a safe space.
Oh, it's definitely not a safe space. We know that. I was planning on dispelling her hidden house, making it known to everyone here.
Where's Morcant, by the way? Is he okay?
He's fine.
He's fine.
He's resting.
Okay. Well, I've been trying to follow her to try and find out where Epania Wayfield is with no luck. She loses me every time at some point.
She's a demon.
They're tricky.
What do you mean a demon? She does magic, obviously, but
No, she is
Like
a
a
demon.
demon with horns and wings and
Corrupting souls like the Epania.
yeah. We've dealt with someone a lot like her. I think there's a group. I think there's a group of them because she'll pull out the ring that we plucked off the demon, the extending charm ring, because we keep finding out that these demons have rings like this. I mean, it's pretty unique. Not very many are gonna make a two-finger ring.
and what does the ring do?
Oh,
Is it
so
magical?
Yeah. It extends the charm of your magic,
Oh.
so they can keep you under your thumb. They can keep you under their thumb for a long time.
By the way, 1 second. I'm going to... In case you have been following this woman, yes, for some time?
Yes.
Is there any way you can be 100% sure that she hasn't messed with your mind, corrupted you without your knowledge, and perhaps
No.
released you? Well,
Not if she's a demon and she could corrupt him. I'm sure that I'm possible to corrupt me also. Although our minds are not the same as other people.
I would like to cast Dispel Magic on you to see if there's any charm on you, but I don't know how you feel about that.
Give me one moment. And he starts to take off his stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to. That's what I want to ask.
Yeah.
I don't want to just potentially knock any of his other stuff off.
And he disrobes.
Whoa, now.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be shy about it. Please, and he puts all four arms out. I would love to not be charmed if I am, especially by a demon.
I will see if I can dispel magic. Obviously, at 3rd level, obviously. So that's what I got it.
Okay. And you cast the spell, and you're not sure if you dispelled anything or not. Nothing. There's nothing that says something's been dispelled that you can tell.
Yeah. Do you feel any different?
No.
Then you're probably safe. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe you are. So, we can continue this conversation.
I'm going to dress first, if you don't mind.
Yes, please do. I was just about to ask you to.
And he dresses. So, I had a long conversation with Morcant the other night, and
Sorry,
I know he was looking for the Apania also. Has he made any progress in locating?
Your friend is safe and sound. He has a lot of penance to do. He is concerned about... Yes, go ahead.
He wants to remain hidden.
So, he did ask for us to ask you to back off because he's concerned that you might actually lead her to him. But he is safe. He just needs time until we can deal with this.
So you spoke with him. He said this to you.
Yes.
Mr. Whitefield?
Well, not directly, but he sent messengers that we believe to be truthful.
Well, in any case, you want your friend to be safe. We want this demon woman dead, so where do you lose her in the city? Are there certain points? No, maybe you should just go to Secret Passage.
Well, I have seen her leave on occasion. When she does, she tends to go to one of two places. She goes to the remnants of the soul, not directly to it, but somewhere around it, and watches from somewhere, some vantage point. And it's not always the same. There are other different ones she finds. And she has an unusual ability to stare and watch almost motionless for just hours and hours. Or she heads out of the city.
The way he describes it, does it sound like when I go into my familiar's eyes?
You do something like that, sure. Yes.
Does she seem to have any interest in artists in the area?
Not in more than 6 months, but there was a time when she did.
Well, it's worked with one plan. We're on to something else now.
Personally, I want to just go over there, dispel the house, have the guards ready, and just move in. But I don't know the city, I don't know how the guards would react, and I don't know if people care that her house is, or where she's staying is covered in illusions.
I think anyone else wondered about what happened to the house.
Well, it is very odd. Her house is sometimes visible, and at other times not. And people have just taken it as they stay away. They don't understand it.
So they're spooked and leave.
But the city is not, there are wizards and warlocks and what have you in the city, so it's not like magic is unknown here.
Mm-hmm.
So they just know whatever she's doing, she's doing.
Well,
Does she always go out alone?
I've only ever seen her with the Apania.
And recently, when the Apania has been missing, she's gone alone.
Yes.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't know where she goes when she leaves the city, but in the city, she seems to always be alone. But she loses me frequently.
you said there's two places. The Soul and where else?
Outside the city.
And she leaves the city sometimes. Less
There-
frequently.
Does she leave at certain times of the day? Or is it random?
I've never seen her leave the city in the day. It's always been evening, night.
Have you ever seen her outside in the day, period?
Yes.
Okay, well. Okay, so during the day she goes and stares at the soul, and then during the night she goes out of the city.
Not every day. Some days she does one of those. Some days she does neither. But there are times when she's lost me in alleyways and things, where, to be honest, I was too afraid to follow into the alley very deeply.
Smart move, to be honest.
It's a terrible move. My friend is in hiding because I let her
No.
corrupt him.
No, your friend is in hiding because she's evil and she found a way to corrupt him.
I had an opportunity to kill her once. And
there was a reason why you didn't?
I raised a blade and I just couldn't bring myself to committing that act. An act of murder is not something that I now know that I'm not capable of it, but
So you're blaming yourself because you chose not to take a life. It's a little harsh, don't you think?
and he goes over to the curtain and pulls the window back.
So
I don't think
I
it's-
think. Go ahead.
I don't think it's a weakness to choose compassion.
I agree. As for our mutual friend that we're all interested in, I think our best bet would to catch her outside of the city.
I agree.
If we attack her in the city, it's only going to bring questions that we may or may not be able to answer, especially if we don't win the fight.
Yeah, and people could be caught in the crossfire. If we attack her on our own turf, she's gonna have, who knows, locked up, tricks, spells, traps. I think it's best to go and track her down at night, isolate her.
And
Do you know if she's out or in right now?
I saw her go in earlier today, so I've left my office here. Is it warm to you? Are you? And you realize it's warm in here. Let me put the fire out. I think that the fire may be too much.
Is the house on fire?
Well, how'd you know? There's no windows.
I will look out the window.
And there's flames coming up the outside of the house.
Yes, your house is on fire.
And with his forearms, he goes over to the door and he goes to open it, and his hand is hot against the doorknob.
Eslov, do you think you could perhaps deal with this fire outside the door?
Right.
Open the door and breath weapon, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And you make the door cold enough, you are able to open it, and there's fire outside the door.
No, I'm saying I open the door.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take a burn damage if you require it. But
No, you don't need to.
Do you have mage hand?
I can open
No.
the door. Morcant does. Vesryn doesn't have to do it.
No, why would I take mage hand? Such a useful spell.
Why would you ever need useful spells?
Yeah, right.
In any case, I can kick the door down too, you know.
You won't be able to kick the door open.
I don't think the door is like the biggest issue. Where
No, that's what I'm saying. Vesryn grabs the handle and pulled it open. That's what I was saying. I was already pulling it open, so that way he could breathe the ice outside onto the fire outside the window.
I'll try. Sorry, the situation is just very boring to Eslov. Yeah, he'll try and get as much fire, as much fire in the cone as possible. Obviously.
And there's not a whole lot between the door and outside the fire, so you can make a path that is frozen, that there's no fire at. And what do you do then?
Step outside.
Hurry, all of you.
And I look right over at that lot
outside.
And I give her a wink, because I know she's probably watching.
And when you get out of the door, he closes the door. He's like staying away from the fire. And he presses a little button on the door, and the whole house shrinks and drops to the ground, and it's the size of a little cube. And he puts it in his pocket. We need to get out of here.
I need one of those. Yes, let's go.
You should get an office.
Yes, you have to tell me where I can get one.
Oh, I don't know where you'd get one now.
I know. No.
Well, that's nifty.
And then as soon as it shrinks down, you see there's a ring of fire in the square around what was the building.
Well,
this is familiar. Echoing back to past events in other cities.
Yeah. I've seen better. Talbamise was much better at this than this person probably is. I'm saying that loud enough for if she's there, she can hear it.
Yeah.
I'm welcoming her to come after us. So.
Yep.
Let's see. Her people last night failed. Her fire now fails. She must be just a shadow of Talbamise.
Yeah, so far it's been pretty underwhelming.
Yawn.
Who is Talbamise?
And somebody that's much better than this person at what they do.
Whatever. Well, we were talking about our previous run-in with Demon. Talbamise was enslaving artists to make a giant, well, not a giant, but to make a tool of creation type thing. Anyway.
That sounds like a good thing.
No, she meant to use it for bad things, to unlock the portals of time and space and unleash her gods.
But those tools have been destroyed by being tossed into the ocean.
Yeah, no one's gonna find them again.
Oh.
So.
Well, that sounds like a good thing.
Yeah.
Akor will protect it then.
Yeah, Akor was not gonna let Karos get them.
Or Karos' minions.
Or pathetic minions.
Pathetic! We should go now.
Where are you going?
Wherever this person is taking us to Shandao.
Oh, we need to get out of here.
Yes,
Obviously, we were just attacked.
You know the city better than us, so either way. Mr.
Savinus.
Savinus. Nice to put a name to the face.
Yes. And you are Vesryn, Cerridwen, Eslov, friends of Morcant.
Yes.
So, what I don't understand, and I've been trying to figure this out this whole time, is why would she do this to the Apania?
You know, it's probably because he had access to certain things. It's most likely his position. For some reason, I think she is after this book. And I don't point, I just mean like a book in general. I don't point to the book we have. I'm not going to allude to the fact that we have the book.
Vesryn's like, don't say anything about the book, it's on me.
Wait.
You know, we think she wants this book.
She would do that all for a book? Is it a book of powerful spells or something?
No, we don't know what it is, but from our understanding,
I think it's... We don't know enough about the book. We just know she wants it. And the Apania tried to hide it away from her, and that's why she wants to hurt him. Kill him. Or...
He was an avid collector of literature.
Well, yeah, that could be why. He would have the right connections to find it and get it.
And you guys are just walking, and he's looking back all the time. So
yeah.
when...
Soul's flying around too, and she'll give me signs if she sees anything in trouble.
Okay. When he came back from the mainland, he was a changed person. He was changing before that, but he was changed and determined and sorrowful. But he didn't have time for the soul. He didn't have time for his friends. And then the whole thing went up the next day.
It's terrible.
Well,
Yeah,
at least
now he's in hiding.
Well, at least Mama is very good at hiding people. It will be very difficult for her to find him there.
I just thought of something. And I like lean in to whisper to you guys. Ptolemies and those things were able to detect invisibility. I mean, we're able to move invisibly.
Right.
Perhaps I should detect invisibility right now to see if anybody's trailing us.
Oh. Yeah. We're safe and sorry.
And cast detect invisibility right now.
And there are like people in the street, regular people walking up and down the street. But there's one person who is not moving with them and is looking at you guys. And she's kind of beautiful. Can you make me a charisma save, please?
Rolled a natural 16.
Okay.
Plus 2, so 18.
You're good. You feel this... you find her very attractive, but you almost immediately can feel like it's an unnatural attraction. And she sees you see her, and she starts to back away.
She's right there.
She's not that close, but she's like a block away.
Yeah. I see you. Mwah. Lower kiss.
Let's go after her.
Who are you blowing a kiss to? Was that to me?
Friend, no, that's your friend is following us invisibly. So let's pursue her.
Where is she? Point. What again?
Can you meet us at the Cantrip Cantina in an hour?
Who are you saying that to?
To the Shandao.
I'm not leaving you right now.
All right.
If you can see her, I
Let's go.
I
start to follow her. Yeah.
Okay, you start to follow her, and she starts.
What are you doing, Dwayne? What are you doing? Sorry, because Dwayne's trying to say something.
Yeah. I'm like, I can cast plant growth. Where is she? Where is she?
I will give her the best directions of where she is from here.
Okay. She looks like she's heading back to her grassy home.
She's headed back to her grassy home area. I can tell you right when she steps into it, if you want to use the grass in the area too.
Oh, yeah.
Just do that. Yes. So we'll follow her back.
Okay.
And as soon as she touches the grass, I will say she's in the grass right there.
And then?
I cast plant growth.
And then...
And suddenly the grasses reach up around her, yank her in or down into the grass. Let's see.
I'm so glad I remembered that. Was that?
She gets a...
Let me mark it that I used it.
I mean, she's just like, she's not restrained.
Yeah, no same.
She just has to.
Right, just
her,
slowed.
like, move it like forth.
Ability, boom.
And she realizes she's having trouble moving through it. But one thing that you also see is that there's actually a beautiful home in the middle of that cube area, like a small mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And she is trying to rush as fast as she can through them, and you can see her movement is very slowed.
We just want to talk. You want to follow and listen. We can talk now. As I'm moving towards her.
I just follow Vesryn.
Can we see her now with the plant growth?
Yeah. The invisibility goes down. Make me a perception check.
I did not get that one. That was a natural 3, so 7.
18.
You feel like a in the ground, the dirt. Yeah, not
thud.
huge, but it's definitely a thud of some kind. You caught
Nothing
it.
else is here.
Like a footstep, like thud kind of thing?
Maybe. But it was only one.
Do I see anything, or did I just hear
No,
that? Like,
you felt it through your shoe,
Oh.
your shoes, like the ground, from the ground.
and did it feel like it was coming from the grass area?
It was hard to tell where it was coming from. Like it didn't feel like you couldn't tell where it was radiating from, whatever that was.
Something just landed. Like, I'm not sure.
Does detect invisibility detect anything still?
No.
Well,
I'll use detect magic.
Okay. Well, you have a plant growth that's all glowy, and she has a glow about her. And as you're detecting, you see this from behind the grass that has grown up tall, this gray stone hand reaching through and tearing at the grass, and you realize there's something like a huge gargoyle behind her, and seems to be ripping at the grass to free her.
She has friends. There's like a gargoyle thing behind her. Trying to set her free.
so you don't want to talk? I'm not going to start a fight with her in the middle of the street here. Again, I'm not planning on it. I just want her to know that we see her and we mean business too.
Yeah. A moment later, you see this gargoyle. Wings come out and it flaps and helps tear her out of the grass and fly her up to her home. Fly away towards the home.
Mm-hmm.
Can I... How close are we to them?
30, 40 feet. If you're going to engage, we would need to do initiative.
Can I tell my rope of climbing to, like, go and just grab her? To move towards the destination you choose. It
doesn't have to go up a surface.
You can command the other end to move toward the destination you choose, and move 10 feet on your turn when you first command it, and 10 feet after it. You can tell the rope to fasten itself securely to an object, or to unfasten itself, or to unknot it, or to coil itself. Okay. Well, I mean, you could argue she's not an object.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also just don't think that it would move fast enough to stop her from flying out at this point.
Go, rope!
It'd be like chasing her and slowly falling behind.
Yeah.
Are we engaging her? I mean, I wasn't planning on it.
Well,
now's the time if we are. If we are, now's now. Eslov, you decide. He's like, yes, engage. All right, firebolt. I'll throw. No, actually, I won't throw a firebolt at her. Let's see here. What do I got? Actually, that might be all I got for long range right now. I guess we can roll for initiative.
Yep, let's do it.
Wasn't planning on engaging. I'll turn to Shandao. You may need to either hide or help.
Bingo. What were your initiatives?
21.
Fucking 9. I never rolled. I don't think I've rolled higher than 15 on initiative for this entire goddamn campaign.
14.
Bullshit.
Well, that just allows people.
It's not bad to go last. Not bad to go last.
I want to go first though for once.
Yeah, it's bad to go last. Mostly.
I actually prefer to go last.
All right, Cerridwen, what are you doing?
I will... Well, about the only thing I can do is, oh, that's weird. My, like, blindness and deafness just isn't on the page anymore. That's weird. Oh, I have that. I will.
Right back.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll have to figure that out later. For now, I'll use Dissonant Whispers on the Gargoyle. So he needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Fails.
Alright, so he'll take 3d6. And then he's gonna take 3d6 psychic damage. Ooh, okay, so that's 12 points of psychic damage, and then he has to immediately use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
It's already doing that.
So it takes 12 damage. And then I will... I guess I'll go through my plant growth as well and try to, like, cut them off in front of the house. Even though I won't get that far.
What's the range on your plant growth?
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is 100-foot radius.
Yeah, you'd get to the house.
Oh, cool. Alright, I get to the house.
Nice.
I stand in front of it.
Alright.
And, then I'll, be caught up in the moment and use my bonus action to inspire Eslov as I whip out my drum and start beating a tune.
Alright. While you're there, you see that the gargoyle lands atop the building, right above where you are, just like on a second story. And she looks down the balcony at you.
And I'll yell at her, like, fight us!
And make me a wisdom saving throw. And she says, "We have nothing to fight about. I'm not sure why you're attacking me. Perhaps we should be friends."
Oh, that's so nice.
She's very nice.
Yeah, okay,
Do I see her? Is this like a spell?
What?
Is this like a spell?
It's an ability. It's an innate ability.
Okay.
That's a 6. Let me see if I don't think my range does anything.
And she says, "Why don't you come in? Just lock up after you enter. We can talk about this."
Okay, well, with a glorious 6, Dwayne's just gonna put her arms down and be like, a nice spot of tea would be nice. And then she's gonna turn around and, like, wave people to come in and then go inside.
Well, that's not your turn anymore, right? You're not moving
It's
yet. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I can't. I used all my movement before.
Vesryn.
Seeing this, damn it. You put me in a tight spot, Dwayne. I will look at Eslov. I will say, grab her for a moment, and I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb at 2nd level. I'm going to throw that at her. I know acid has worked in the past on these guys, so I will stick with acid.
Okay.
It was acid, right? That's what I used before?
You tell me.
I think so.
Yeah,
no, it might have been lightning.
No, I don't think it was lightning, because I haven't used lightning really at all with my stuff.
Okay. Acid.
So, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was acid. Alright. 12 plus 7. 19.
That hits.
I love plus 7s. Thank God for a plus 7. Let's see. 4d8.
She feels it, and you can tell.
Release my friend, or I will hit you again. Let's see here. Ooh, damn. That's actually not bad. I rolled a 7, a 6, an 8, and a 3. 8, 9, 10, 11.
Damn, that is good.
Yeah. So let's see here. What? My brain. I can't do math right now. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24. Holy moly.
Damn,
24
that was a lot.
acid there. Yeah,
Yep.
that was a good roll. That was definitely worth that spell slot. I was a little hesitant about it.
It's probably the most you've done in one
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah, that's most.
And she's screaming at the pain from the acid. But when that happens and you're running up, you see a large concrete vase flying in the air towards you. Make me a dex save.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, I fail. It's gonna hit.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4. Well, 4 plus 3, so 7.
You take 11 points as the vase was, this concrete-like vase was thrown at you by the gargoyle. And you get knocked back 10 feet.
Oh, shit, that hurt. Oh.
Eslov.
Yes, I'm gonna run up and, as Vesryn said, just grab her, I guess.
She's on the second story.
No, Dwayne. Grab Dwayne.
Grab me.
Oh, grab Dwayne. Oh, okay.
So she can't go in. So she can't go into the house.
But the house is beautiful.
That's great.
Yeah, I guess I'll grab Dwayne by the arm and I'll pull her back.
Okay.
All right. How strong are you, Cerridwen? I mean, you're probably not. I don't think that the charm makes you so. It makes you want to go in, but it's not going to make you resist your friends just physically holding you back. You'll want to go in. That's all.
I mean, I rolled like a 5 anyway, so
yeah.
It's just like,
What's
why aren't you letting me go in?
What's your modifier? Because I rolled a 3. But that brings it up to, with my modifier, that's a 7.
Mine's a +2.
So it's 7. It's a
So
draw.
5 versus 7, so...
How bad do you want to go?
Oh, no, it's a total 5. Total of 5, because I rolled a 3 +2, so it's 5.
Okay.
So, like, it's just this...
It feels like haphazard. Like, I guess I'll grab her. She's like, I'm kind of fighting.
It's a struggle.
Nice, but
it's a struggle at the doorway.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And you see Vesryn at the top that she goes into the house from the at the balcony, but the gargoyle blocks the door. And Eslov, when you're in there, what's she gonna do to you? Because you're a little bit trickier. You see her start coming down the stairs towards you, and she disappears.
I don't know what you...
Cerridwen...
Eslov has seen freakier.
Yeah, that's not that big of a deal. Actually, Cerridwen...
She's gone now.
Yeah, actually, it's your turn, Cerridwen.
am I still compelled to go in the house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess she's just gonna, like, try to go in the house. What's she doing? Let me go. I just want to... She invited me for tea. I want to have some. So...
I don't think you want to go in there.
I don't know, like, how strong is the charm versus, like, friendship? Like, I don't perceive, like, danger right now. Oh, well, I mean, I saw Vesryn go in, right?
Well, you haven't suffered any harm from anything she's done.
Yeah.
And she hasn't issued a command that would make you feel, like, suicidal or anything, so those wouldn't do it. You have no reason to resist at this point.
Alright, yeah, so she's just gonna go. She's gonna try to get out of Eslov's grip and just go in the house. So, I guess we'll be... Is that just another contested strength?
It would be, yes.
Right.
Yep.
That's an 11.
Sorry, Cerridwen, I rolled a 23.
Iron grip, and I'm just like, I just want a spot of tea! Vesryn's got it! He doesn't even like tea! I don't know if he likes tea.
So,
man.
Cerridwen, you are held.
Yeah.
Vesryn, what are you doing, Vesryn?
God, man. We need Dwyn.
You have Dwyn. She's right there at the door.
No, we need Dwyn active. But if I use this as my last 3rd level spell, I will attempt to dispel the magic on Dwyn.
Okay. Attempt it.
I mean, I cast Dispel Magic.
Yeah.
If it's like a 3rd level or lower kind of thing, then it works.
Yeah. It is.
I don't know if it's cast at.
It's an innate ability, and it
Yeah,
is.
Sonic thing's a little tricky.
She is. Hold on. I'll do it based on. Okay. Okay. You'll get it. Dwyn, you feel like maybe it wasn't a good idea to go in, and maybe they're right.
I mean, yeah, maybe not. She is seem kind of sketchy.
Yes. And then, now that I've spent my last 3rd level slot, I'm going to, I think my feature, I'm going to step into the doorway and in front of my friends and bonus action Blade Song.
Okay.
And I'm going to, just have my rapier ready.
Okay. Eslov, what are you doing?
Still holding on to Carrot, so I don't know how much I can do.
Oh, I would have told you to let go. I would have said, you can let go now.
No.
Oh. It's like bring her
Since
hand
they're
out a little
gone.
bit.
Well, since the fucking... Is the lady still gone?
Yeah, you saw her on the inside. She had disappeared.
I think it's just us and the gargoyle and then the house.
Am I able to see her still?
Are you able to...
See visibilities? I mean, we haven't...
She is not invisible. No.
Okay.
But you remember that they didn't go invisible. They left the plane.
Mm.
If you remember that. You would have remembered that, for sure.
I remember they could do that too, yeah.
Yeah. But
So
that might actually confirm to you what this is.
Yeah, that would probably confirm. I would say she's not invisible. She's probably no longer here on this plane at the moment. Be ready for her to reappear anytime. I say we burn her house down.
Well, not unlike a bit of arson in the morning, so yeah, go for it.
What's that all doing?
I don't really know. I don't know what there is for him.
Yeah, you're standing on the porch. The door is open, but nobody's gone in, and you know that the gargoyle was up defending the upstairs against you, Vesryn, but you didn't go to the upstairs. You went to the downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna stay here for a minute.
And then from inside, you hear a scream.
Does it sound like?
Is that like a scream that's trying to lure me in, or?
It sounds like a scream of pain.
Because we already know this house is fucky, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Eslov's still gonna hesitate. I don't know.
What's with that scream? Did it sound like Safia? Because she spoke to me.
No.
It didn't sound like her.
But can't they change their voices?
Make me a perception check. Not you, Eslov. You're kind of concentrated to the inside, but the other two are behind you some.
Ooh, okay.
16?
25.
You hear someone coming up behind you. And you turn, and Savinus is cutting through the grass, trying to get here. He's slowly making his way to it, to where you guys are.
He's the one yelling?
He's the one behind. No, you just hear him coming up behind. And he's got a knife. Not a dagger, just a knife. And he's cutting through the grass to try and get here. So what are we doing now?
Well, we pushed her into the house. There's a gargoyle guarding it, and there may or may not be a captive.
It could be a trick to pull us in there.
True,
And then
they can.
frame us for attacking them.
And he starts looking in the windows from the sides. Where was it from?
Scream?
Yeah.
The house?
Oh. And you can see he's very nervous, like almost to the point of shaking, like well, we can't leave somebody in there.
Well, we don't know if it is someone.
She could be tricking us.
Could just
I
be
feel
more
like she is tricking me. That's why I'm not going in right now.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it's a trick too. Has anyone gone missing as far as you know? It's obvious.
Not that I know of, but I mean, it's a city. There's people who go missing at any time.
Well, we could send Soul in, or at least fire around the windows upstairs.
I'll send Soul into the house.
Oh, and he sees your familiar appear. Oh, that's a good idea. How will it tell you you're bonded? I understand.
We have ways. So, go see if you can see who's hurt.
And
I will hold Eslov's shoulder, and I will turn to you, Eslov. Tap me if a threat appears, so I can bring my senses back.
And Soul flies in, and you see that in almost immediately when you go in, there's a room filled with pillows and incense, and here and there a skull or a bone like peeking out from under a pillow or something. There's a vat of some kind of a bubbling liquid on one end of the room, and Soul continues flying through. And the house is big. The rooms are really big, and you get to a room, and there are at least 15 or 20 people chained to the walls. Not unlike what you'd seen in Elixia, but these ones just seem to be just chained, not forced into some kind of work or anything. And many of them look like they could even be dead. They're just laying on the ground, but a couple of them are sitting up. And
I'm describing this room to you guys, like the bones in the pillow room and the people chained up.
But what's weird is in the middle of the room, there is a huge pillow and a bunch of other pillows around it, like a bed.
I snap Soul back. I mean, is there anything else in there that she would see that's right off the bat, or?
No.
I snap Soul back. We should go in. There are people chained up. I cannot stand by and leave them in there, even if it means putting myself at risk. I can't ask you or force you to go, but I'm going in.
I'll go.
Hold on, trust it. I'll come with.
I don't trust it.
I'll go too.
She's just gonna eye him. Don't take this the wrong way. Have you seen battle? Or?
No, I haven't. But I can't let her continue doing this to... Some of those might be my friends.
Alright. So if we go in there and we engage, your priority is to get people out. So unchain him and get him out. But
Okay.
try to stay out of sight. If you're intent on coming, don't say no.
And he like shakes his arms out, and he has his knife in his hand, and you can see there's like fear, and he's working very hard to overcome that fear.
I'm gonna hand him my shield. Here, take it. Well, can you use this?
You put it between I put it between myself and something else, right?
Well, like DM to player, like, is this going to burden him or help him?
How big is your shield? What kind of a shield is it?
I think it's just a buckler.
Oh yeah, he could use that.
You can have the turtle shield, which we would know what it does by now, but you can use the turtle shield.
Oh, yeah, I'll take the turtle shield. Yay.
Okay. Alright, so he seems to be ready. Yeah, this'll work. I can use this.
Do you have a weapon?
I have a knife.
I give him the rusty the rusty dagger that I have, because we have not bought better weapons yet. I give him the rusty dagger that we found in that cave.
I'll hand him. I have a sling. I'll give him that too. You're like, I don't know. Take this.
He takes the dagger, and he says, "I have the shield. I can't use the sling one-handed, can I? How do I even use that?"
All right, never mind.
He takes it back. So with his fourth hand, he's like, I don't think I can use that. But the dagger I can use, and he has 2 weapons now and a shield, and he has an extra hand.
Oh, hey. Well,
all right.
Best we can outfit him now.
Yes.
Let's go. It's now or never.
Yes, let's move in.
And he goes in a step or 2 after you guys had it. He finally takes a step forward, and it's
Such a hero.
And it's a very uneasy step. And he does, but he does, and he goes in right behind.
Well,
and where are you going?
I will follow the path that Soul took through those rooms, through the vat, and towards the room where those people are being chained up.
And you head to that room, and as you're walking, you hear sounds of footsteps off to one side.
Like in the room with us?
Like as you're entering a room off to one side, you hear steps.
I don't think we're alone.
Well, there's not so much we can do about it until they show themselves.
Make me a perception check.
Man, our perception is not good tonight.
Mine is not either, apparently.
21.
That's why we keep twin around. Eyes of an eagle.
And when you turn to look, you hear something from the other side of you. And there's holes in the wall that weren't there before. Make me a dex save, please, all of you.
Alright, fire dice.
Natural 20.
Oh, yeah! 19. Oh, no, 22.
My dex saves have not been great tonight. This one might miss. 13.
Okay, so a bunch of darts come out of the wall. Everyone who made their save takes 1 point. Everyone who missed their save takes 2.
What's the save?
The dex save. Oh, I thought you said... Oh, you made your save, right?
I made 13. I don't know. I said roll a 13. I don't know.
What did... So, 13... You make your save.
Okay.
It's a 12. Yeah, it's a 12.
I wasn't sure if I was going to make that one, so I was like, all right.
That was close. But
so we take 1?
You take 1 if you...
Is that what you said?
If you made it. 2 if you missed. And these darts come out of the wall.
Well, certainly booby traps around. I look back at Vivius.
Oh, yeah. He's got a save. He takes 2.
Yes. Should be better than that.
Hold on. He's got to make a... he backs up a step or two, and he says, "No, I've got to go forward." And then he comes back and continues on.
You're doing good, my friend. You're doing good.
As he's pulling a dart out of his arm.
Yeah. All right. I will start looking for traps as we're moving.
You've never really looked for traps.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you kind of look for obvious things, you know,
Yeah.
look for tripwires, holes in the walls. But I'm being a little more cautious in case there's more traps in here.
Well, one thing you do notice is that up by the door there is a area of the floor that has, with your detect magic, an illusion magic on it.
There's something there, probably a hole in the ground, or some type of melt your face off thing. Who knows?
Okay, we'll stay away from the corner.
It's not a corner. It's like right at the entrance to the room.
Oh. Oh. So is it like above the door?
No, it's the floor.
Oh, it's
Is this the pillow room? Is this in the pillow room, or is this before we get to the pillow room?
It's right before the pillow room. No, I'm sorry. It's after the pillow room. The pillow room is the first room.
Gotcha.
It's the right before the room where you saw the people.
I grab one of the pillows and I throw it at the hole.
And it disappears into the floor.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna keep. Let's just fill it with pillows. There's no fight.
I'm gonna take my staff and see if I can push the door open with the staff.
Let's just throw pillows in the hole.
It's locked. You're not gonna be able to just push it open.
Well, does anybody want to break the door open?
Sagewynd, just handful of pillows, armloads of pillows, throwing them in there.
I'll do it.
Does the hole seem to be getting bigger, or is it just like... I mean, does the hole seem to be filling?
You are dropping them in there, and you're hearing sort of a light sizzling sound as you do it.
Oh. Do I, like, smell burnt?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like a
yeah,
grossness.
yeah, don't step there. It burns. You can smell the burnt feathers.
I had a feeling when you said about the vat in the room, I was like, they probably got acids or poison somewhere in here. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
So
yes.
so Eslov's taking the door down.
Yes.
So you can swing at it over the hole.
I step back about 10 feet.
But what are you going to do about the hole?
Is there any...
Can we jump the hole?
It goes right to the door.
Is there any kind of
Okay,
like...
so we need to open the door before we can jump over the hole.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there any type of stuff in here, like wood, that we can lay down over top of the hole?
There's furniture and stuff. You can turn over a table or something, sure.
Yeah, do that. See if we can put it over the hole so that way it doesn't go down in there.
I'll
Yeah.
help him. Guess love can wax it work.
All right, so you drop the table over it, and it's raised above the hole, so it's not like going through the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you're able to...
We'll hold the table in place while he's hitting the door with the axe. So that way it doesn't like slide or anything like that on the floor. I don't know if it would, but just to give that extra support.
Yeah. Yeah, if you hold the sides, it won't slide. If you didn't, it probably would.
Yeah.
Because he's going to swing hard, probably, with his axe.
Yeah. So no stepping back action. I will tell the Shandal to step a few feet back in case this thing's trapped. I don't want him getting blasted by whatever it is.
Why are you standing on that table?
Oh, there's a hole in the ground that leads to, I don't know, a vat of acid or something.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yes.
Magic.
Yes, magic.
There's an illusion spell over it.
And Eslov, are you crashing it down?
Of course I am. That's what I'm here for, Scott.
Make me a roll to hit. Which you will do.
14.
Damage. Boom. Actually, with this, I'll give you just do max damage.
Oh.
You can set, you can aim, like prep, boom.
17.
Yeah, that'll knock a hole through the door, knock off the lock, and the room opens, and there's this stench that is just loathsome.
Oof.
And you immediately know that that not everybody in this room is alive.
This is bad. This is really bad.
Make me a perception check.
15. Going up a little bit.
Natural 20.
Also a 15.
Okay, so Eslov, you notice that one of the people in there is in the raiments, although tattered and torn and in bad shape, of an Aqua Cleric.
You got Morcant.
It's not Morcant though.
It doesn't happen to look like the old dude, does it?
No.
Okay. That'd have been bad if we thought that was, the Epania, and it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you
right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And who's that back at, Mama? All right. So let's get in there and try to help them.
None of them are like awake or hardly, but one except one off on one side, and you can see there's like a knife stuck through his hand, and he's still like yelling out, not as bad as he was, and you, Cerridwen, recognize that as the voice you'd heard scream.
Oh, there's a screamer. Let's secure the room first.
When you say there's the screamer, I immediately stop, because why does this guy have a knife in his hand? We came in here, and now we're in the room where this guy happens to have a wound, and
The blade is through his hand, not he's holding it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's in his hand.
Right.
Yeah. I don't mean like he's holding. I meant like it's in his hand.
Yeah.
I'm like looking around, and I'm trying to see if there's anything I should be.
Your detect magic is still on.
Yeah, and
correct.
Invisibility. Yeah.
And you can tell that he has an aura of magic around him, and the room, the floor of the room, where the pillow is in the middle, there's like an illusion around that area. Not in the very center, but like in a circle around it.
What kind of magic's on him?
Can you what? What kind of magic? Illusion.
Is on him. I tell them there's illusion on him and on the centerpiece. Right? It's on him too, right?
Yeah.
Illusionary magic is on him?
Yes.
That may not be... I just look at the individual and I go, who are you really?
You need to help me. She can come back anytime.
I can sense the illusionary magic around you.
I was stabbed in the hand. I did nothing. You've got to get me out of here. And he seems very kind of weakened, and he stands and he's kind of wobbling.
I'll go to the Acor guy.
Yeah, I was the guy on the wall. Checking the guy on the wall. I was like, I think you're gonna go to this guy. I'm like, no, don't.
I'm gonna go to the Acor.
What about me? And he steps forward, and the chains get taut, to the wall.
With this one, I don't know if he's who he says he is. There's illusionary magic around him. Why is there illusionary magic around you?
I don't know. I've just been stabbed in my hand. Please, you've got to help us get out of here. We've got to get out of here. And the Shannon goes, we can't leave these people here.
I'm not saying we're leaving.
We're not. You sit down and calm down. We need to tend to those that are unconscious and maybe in worse state than yourself.
Okay. And he goes over to the first one that he sees. This one's dead.
Right. Don't need to say that one.
And he starts around the room, checking.
We still need. What about that centerpiece? That looks like a pillow, but it's not. Can I try to disbelieve the illusion that's there?
No.
No? Damn, I know we used to be able to do it in the older edition. So I know some illusion spells you can like sometimes break through it.
Yeah, no.
Can I try to wake up the priest of Akor?
Yeah, you can try.
I'll go over and shake him. Hey, wake up.
I'll use my staff to poke it.
He seems to be very badly injured. Beaten, bruised, body is bruised up really badly. What are you doing, Vesryn?
I'm poking like the pillows with my staff. See if anything happens from it.
Into the circle, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you put the staff into that circle, you hear a sizzling sound, and the bottom of your staff disintegrates in the floor. When you lift it out, it's got some kind of liquid on it.
I make sure the Chandel sees this. This is the type of magic we're dealing with. See, it looks like a pillow.
Oh, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on the priest, so he gains 7 points back.
Okay, and you bring him up enough. Oh God, you're not with her. You're not going to torture me anymore, are you?
No.
And when he opens his eyes, you can see that there are no eyes. That he's been blinded.
You know why she took you. I'm gonna try to just pull the chain off the wall.
How strong are you?
I'm pretty strong. I'm 14.
I feel like at some point we were given but we may not have it anymore, a kit. Were we given like a...
Well, that's a 13.
I look at the Chandel. No. Do you have any skills at picking locks?
Yes, I can pick a lock. Oh my gosh, I could be useful for a moment. And he comes over and he reaches into his pocket and he takes out some kind of pins or something. 20 seconds, 30 seconds later, you hear a click and the lock pops open.
help the priest down. Do you have any spells?
What?
Can you cast?
No, I don't think I've slept. I don't even know when it was the last time I slept. How long have I been here?
I don't know. All right, let's can you walk?
And he lifts himself up. I can walk. I can walk.
Right, we're gonna try to get the others up. And she's like, just stand over by the door for now. Don't want you out of my sight yet.
Eslov, can you guard over our Chandal friend while he picks these locks? Make sure that nobody harms him.
I do that anyway.
I think we should check the rest of the room while he's picking these locks.
And you hear from outside the room a...
There's that pump again.
And then a...
The gargoyle.
And through the door, you see, from outside the door, there's a gargoyle sort of running towards you, towards the room. And
if we see him running, do we have time to cast anything before he comes rushing in?
Well, you're far enough in the room that he won't get to you this action. So we're going to go back to the original initiative. I'll let you roll into new initiatives. Maybe Eslov will get a better number for a change.
19.
13.
Eslov?
Hey, there you go.
Whoa, that's a big jump up.
And now I'm going last.
Also still last. Wait, what'd you get?
13.
Oh, I thought you said 17 or something. I don't know.
No.
Oh,
You didn't get 19. I got a 13.
and Savinus gets a 3.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
All right, and Cerridwen, you're first again.
Okay, I'm gonna use Dissonant Whispers on him again.
Okay.
Good spell.
It is.
And it worked. And it worked last time.
Yeah. So he needs to make a Wisdom save.
He made this one.
What did he roll?
Huh?
What did he roll? Is it a 14?
He
or
rolls
above?
a 16.
Alright, yeah. Okay, well, 6 damage anyway.
Yep.
Okay, alright, so that's 9 tabbed.
Okay. And you hear this guttural grunting from him. Next. Oh, he's next. It's next. It's coming towards you, Eslov, because you have your weapon out. And in between you and it is the Shandao, who just shoves out of the way. And when it gets to you, it claws at you with its stone claws. That's a very respectable way to attack. What's your AC?
15.
Okay, it hits. And it will do 13 points of damage as it claws at you. And it seems to be trying to overpower you. And its wings are out, and it's trying to just be big and pushy.
Domineering.
Yeah. And it tries to push you backwards as when it claws at you. 15, Eslov, you're next.
I'll hit it. Bitch, it's gonna hit me.
I mean, I'm glad it hit you, not me. Are you doing anything before you hit?
Oh. Well, I guess I'll make it my favorite foe, but I get to do that for free. So.
Yep.
How's a 17 look?
17 hits.
Bad. Fuck, where's my D12? Fuck.
What weapon are you using, by the way?
My great axe. I rolled the lowest amount possible. It's a 7 damage.
Okay.
That sucks.
It took you by surprise that it charged at you. It can make sense. Vesryn.
I'm assuming my blade song probably wore off after I first came into the building, yes?
Yes.
So I will bonus action, blade song. And then I will strike it with my rapier with booming blade on it. But I will move behind it to try to give a flanking to Eslov for his next attack.
When it raises its wings out and stuff, it makes it really big.
Okay.
I mean, you can get around it, but you can try. You can try and flank it.
Yeah, I will try to flank it.
Okay.
All right. Let me know if I can. If I can, then I will roll another D. But I rolled a 12 plus... hold on. Action with the rapier is plus 6. So, 18.
18 hits.
So, it's going to be 2d8. One of them, for the rapier damage, it is 4, 5, 6, 7 points.
Okay.
And then for Booming Blade, it's another 5 points of thunder damage.
Okay. And Savinus.
Yeah.
He was knocked back. He gets up and he goes to try and stab it. And actually he hit with one. He hits with his knife and he goes kink and hits the stone and doesn't do anything. Back to the top, and it is Cerridwen.
Oh, wait. So I want to try to push him towards the center because I know there's another hole that leads to a vat of acid.
Yeah. And he seems to be actually trying to push Eslov to the center.
So that's a dirty 20 push.
Yeah, okay. Oh. It will fall.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Damn.
She comes in with her shield and just charges, just like
Turtle shield.
Turtle shield, just shoulder checks that guy into the vat.
So it starts to fall forward. Eslov, make me a dex save.
What'd you get?
What?
We didn't hear you.
12.
Well,
Okay. So it starts to fall forward, and you're able to kind of get out of the way as it falls, and it pulls its wings back, and it hits the ground where the acid, where the circle is. I'm not going to say the acid, where the circle is. But it doesn't fall into it. It sort of stays above it. It's only partially over it. Its head is over it, part of its shoulders, but it doesn't go into it. Eslov, what are you doing?
Is he knocked down on the ground, by the way?
It's prone.
Ooh.
Bullshit.
What?
Game sucks sometimes. 14 to hit.
Did you roll advantage?
Well, you have advantage. With advantage, you got a 14.
Yeah. That's why I was frustrated.
Yep. You missed.
Yeah, I'd be frustrated too. Yeah, that sucks.
Hold on, I have inspiration, don't I? What's that, a 6?
You do?
D6?
it's an 8. I think. Well, let me check. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I feel like it should be a 6 at this level.
What goes up at some point? We're level 6.
5. Are we?
We're level 5. We're level 6. I
5.
didn't level up yet.
Me neither. Oh my fucking god.
We have to scare me.
5.
Wait,
5.
I forgot to level up.
I was like, have I been handicapped here?
Bargain inspiration. Okay. Yeah, it's a 6. It's a 6. So you can add D6 now. It improves at some point.
Maybe 6 make it handy.
But that makes it an 18.
That hits.
Woo.
Ooh, Bardic Inspiration for the win.
Oh, actually, it's a D8 at this level. I was right. Woo. Okay.
Oh, this is the 8. It's even better.
Yeah.
13 damage.
How much? 13.
Oh, it's right here.
And you just come down hard on it, and you cut a good portion of it off, and it rolls into the hole that, I mean, to you it just looks like it rolls into the floor, disappears into the floor, but you hear a bubbling sound, not a sizzling, but a bubbling. And you can see that only half of its body is here. It's like cleaved, but it's still moving. Vesryn, what are you doing?
It's still moving. So my rapier didn't hurt it as much, right? I'm pretty sure like I could tell that it didn't do as much. I've really burned up my spells. I will use my last second level slot to cast Shadow Blade. And I will, again, that's the bonus action, Shadow Blade. And the action is Booming Blade to hit it. And natural 18 plus...
It hits.
Yeah. So that will be, for the Shadow Blade, it's 2d8. Let's see here, 2d8. It's 5 points of psychic damage. And then 7 points of thunder damage.
And you hit it and it strikes the body, what's left, and you just feel this, like, the sound of its stone clump to the ground. And it stops moving.
Alright. Let's get everybody out of here, please.
Make me a perception check.
Cocked.
30-20.
You hear a weird buzzing sound.
Where's that sound? It's like a buzz. Can I locate it?
It's not in the room. It's from outside somewhere.
It's from outside. Can someone check out the outside? I'm gonna work on healing.
How many... do we have most of these people out? Is everybody out at this point, or no?
No.
I didn't know how many people he was able to free before they came busting in.
I'm gonna locate someone that's alive.
He was able to get 3 of them.
I can go look. I'd rather myself than Eslov because we need all the strong heavies in here that we can muster. I will step out and take a look.
And in the hallway, you see coming towards the room beetles all over the floor and walls. And they're moving fairly quickly.
We have insects coming in.
But they're just insects. That's not a big deal. They're just bugs.
No, large beetles. A swarm of them. I will close the door to try to buy us a little bit of time to get the rest of these people out before it comes busting in.
Well, you can only partially close it because part of the door is gone. Including the area where the handle was.
Damn it, Eslov. Breaking everything. I'm getting to secure the room now. Actually, do I have time to grab the table? Do I have time to grab the table?
Yeah.
Pull the table in and push it against where the broken part of the door is.
Okay.
Shadow Blade in hand, so I can kind of cut anything that's coming through the holes. And just try to hold the swarm back while these guys...
Okay.
Okay,
and he's going as fast as he can. He's like, are we going to be eaten by insects? Are we going to be...
You're fine.
You're fine. I'm going to give him a bardic inspiration.
Click. The lock goes. He's like, let me get to the next one. Please, some music would be amazing. It would really help.
I start drumming and like singing a folk song.
Like up tempo, like really fast.
Yeah, tiny boy.
Click. And he goes to the next one. Click. This one's dead. Sorry. I'm gonna not take you. He goes to the next one. Click. And by the time he's done, you realize there's about 5 people that are alive in here out of like this almost 18, 19 bodies.
Okay, I'm going to...
And at the door, you can see these beetles starting to, like... Kind of like in The Mummy, where they start coming through the holes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them you hear, like, the sizzling when they go over the floor and they fall into the hole.
I'm I am gonna cast Healing Word on one of the unconscious people.
Okay.
Eslov, do you have another breath
Get
in you?
6 points.
No,
I'm.
once a day.
Then can I look for like? Are there any other doors in this room?
No. But there are
Okay.
windows. There are windows.
All right. I am gonna grab a chair and smash the window.
Okay.
Just hear fuck a chair out there.
Yep. You chuck a chair, and it goes through the window, and there's green grass out there between here and the land, off the property.
Okay. That, but she'll just keep healing people as she can.
All right. Vesryn. The swarm is trying to occupy your space and trying to get on you. What are you doing?
I will step back from the where it's trying to occupy it, and I will release Shadowblade to cast.
You could stab beetles.
Yeah, I know, but
just slowly.
actually, wait, where is it? Oh, maybe I can't. I don't think I can release Shadowblade. I think I need to stick with Shadowblade. Shoot. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to cut them up. I'm going to attack them. I'm going to swipe at them and just keep trying to hit them with it. So,
Okay.
Right.
Roll to hit.
Here. Just searching something here. Natural 20. So, that's 27. 26, sorry.
That hits.
Yeah. That'll be natural 20, so that's going to be a bunch of dice. Let's see here. Not that much, though, because I rolled low. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of psychic damage, and 11 points of thunder damage. Rolled better on the 2 die for that than I did on the 4 for the Shadow Blade.
And you crush tons of beetles all around you. It's like leave a trail of beetle death in a circle around you. And you feel the wind from the window where Cerridwen had thrown the chair through. And you hear from the Shandao, the last one is up. Is alive.
Out.
We should get out of here, shouldn't we?
Out the window.
Yeah, jump. Take as many as you can.
And he gets to the window and he looks down and he jumps. Is he going first or is there somebody else going first?
Oh.
Dwayne, you go first so you can help the people get out. It's Hall. You can help them get down.
All right, she's just gonna grab like one of the people and just jump through the window and put him down and start pulling people out.
Okay.
Eslov, let's hold these things off until everybody's out, yes?
And the swarm is getting to where you are too, Eslov. And you're really not all that concerned, it seems. They're just beetles.
Until they bite your ass. You swing Eslov?
All right.
Or
Is
was
it
it, I
my
thought it was
turn?
that closer. I thought
Yeah.
you were saying it was Eslov's turn.
Yes, you can swing.
17.
That hits.
$11.
Okay. And they're sort of starting to fill the floor of the room, and some are starting to fly. What's your AC, Vesryn?
Right now it is a 20, but if it's, well,
Okay.
it's a 20 right now.
Yeah.
I'm not casting shield. I'm still.
Yeah, you don't get hit.
I'll take the hit.
But they're trying to climb on you, and you're able to back away and find unoccupied space to avoid it. Savinus does get covered somewhat by the swarm as he's trying to move away.
You're not out yet? Get out of the window, man!
He's going. And he takes 2 points of damage.
He's probably handing people to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing what he can. And you guys you pretty quickly get down and out the window, and the swarm stops at the window, and they start to just pile up on the ledge.
Do we have everyone out? Is
And
everyone out?
and you're all out. You're in the grass.
Just holding like a bunch of unconscious people. Alright, well, let's go.
And Karen, when you hear, we should talk next time.
Yeah, put on a spot of tea for me, and then just walk around, turn around. Let's get these people out of here.
And Vesryn, as you were leaving, you notice the shadow, Eslov noticed the shadow of the home. And on the top of the home, you see the shadow of a figure waving.
That's fine. I'm just going to start setting the house on fire with firebolts. Because it sets things that are not...
Wait, do you have firebolts left? You probably do.
I have firebolts.
Oh, yeah, you have, because they're cantrip. Yeah, you can just blast it all day.
And I'm waving at her. I'm setting her house on fire. Boom, boom.
Yeah, you don't see her. You only saw the shadow of her.
Yeah.
And you get out with these people that you saved, and you get off the grass and backed away enough, and this is where we'll break.
I hate this woman. I want her to burn.
You hate all demons and succubi, it seems.
I do. After what they did to my island, yes.
Yeah.
But they're so sexy.
Tieflings are okay. I have nothing wrong against tieflings. But full-on demon mode, don't like you. Sorry. Oh, that was fun.
You need a good charming. You need to be charmed very nicely.
All I know is I have advantage against being charmed, so...
I know,
Hard
but
to
that
do
doesn't
that
mean
for
it
an
can't
elf.
be done.
It can be done.
Yeah.
Can do. All of my players.
Actually,
I'll mention
Good.
it later. It's fine. I'll talk about it later.
I actually think I did get charmed like once in season 1. But I didn't.
So.
I think I failed
Yeah.
once. I think because you were the only one I think to win that wasn't, because all the guys were charmed.
Oh
think
yeah,
at one
I
point.
started
Oh, that's
punching
right.
people.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
punching them.
That was
It got
good.
through my advantage. I was like, damn it. Great session. I had fun. I had fun setting her house on fire. Does it catch pretty good at least? Does it catch
Yeah, it
pretty good
catches. Yeah, it totally
Yeah.
catches.
And,
Yeah.
we didn't hear her say that. Only Dwayne heard her say that, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Only Dwayne.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We should
it's
talk
part
next
of her.
time.
It's part of her nice condition
Yeah.
for now.
Well, it didn't stay dispelled off of her. I dispelled the magic.
No, you did
Dispelled
dispelled the charm. Because it was not a spell, it was an innate ability. I did it as a partially removed, but I didn't let that go away. That was too good too juicy to leave to not
Juicy.
keep.
Okay.
You know, because I don't even. I mean, I have to look it up. I don't remember whether you can actually dispel an innate ability. I think you
Yeah,
can't.
magic effect. Magical
Yeah.
effect. One creature, object, or magical effect within
Okay.
range. Yeah. So, but that's fine. I like
Yeah.
it's a cool story piece.
Yeah. I mean, I just wanted to keep enough to say goodbye to Cerridwen. Her new fave. It's her new fave in the group.
Yay.
Oh man.
I mean, she might this person might need a new BFF in like the worst way.
Yeah, totally. Dark Cerridwen. Season 3, I'm the new villain.
No.
That could be an amazing session or 2 or season.
I don't know. You can't turn evil. We have to make our own Cantrip Cantina.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
you break out your friendship speech, twin. We have to open our Cantrip Cantina.
Yeah.
Anyway, friendship speech awakens me from the dark grasp. I'm free.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We will see you next week, and we will, if you have an opportunity, catch us on Thursday for the one shot with the Gods of Creation, the publishers that will be playing in a one shot that I'm going to be running. That'll be 8:30 in 2 days. All right. We'll talk to you later. See you next week.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, are we off?